Towering redwood trees stretch to heights of over 200 feet. Delicate vegetation progresses upward in an almost continuous display of green, and a profound awareness of shadow and calm engulfs you. In size, antiquity, stateliness, and awe-inspiring grandeur, there is no other living thing in the world that could compare with the impressively beautiful redwood trees of California. Restricted to a narrow area of the coastal ranges of Northern California, these trees are a living link in history. Ponder the fact that while some of these trees swayed as young saplings, on the other side of the world, Christ was born. Though this picture doesn't show it very well, inscribed on this monument is part of a poem, The Redwoods, by Joseph P. Strauss of Golden Gate Bridge fame. It reads, and I quote, "This is their temple, vaulted high, and here we pause with reverent eye, with silent tongue and awestruck soul, for here we sense life's proper goal. To be like these, straight, true, and fine, to make our world like there's a shrine. Sink down, O traveler, on your knees. God stands before you in these trees." The aptly named Avenue of the Giants is located in the area of Humboldt State Park, formerly a part of U.S. Highway 101, which has since been rerouted over a freeway bypassing the area for those in a hurry. This is definitely not a road for one in a hurry. For those, this particular stretch of highway winds through some of the most magnificent stands of redwoods to be found in the belt. Here we are standing inside a tree looking out. With the exception of man, the greatest enemy of the redwoods is fire. Yet these trees endure fire after fire and still continue their struggle for life, bearing new branches of greenery where the old has burned off. These fires may occur hundreds of years apart. They could smolder for months, eating through the base of the tree before dying out, leaving these large, scarred hollows inside. Yet the tree will continue to live, though its growth can be severely retarded. The greatest enemy of the redwoods is man, symbolized here by the greatest lumberman of all time, in size anyhow, Paul Bunyan. Paul, along with his blue ox Babe, towered over the trees he and the lumbermen cut down. Of course, Paul is the imaginary hero of the lumber camps. He is a giant lumberjack that does marvelous deeds. And as you can see here, he arranged some help with these deeds. And of course, like many of those who made the great outdoors their home, he had his faithful dog of nondescript origin. These carvings are all done in redwood and can be found in a park called the Trees of Mystery, located along the Redwood Highway of Northern California. Along the rapidly growing number of people concerned with the rapidly diminishing size of our redwood forests was one William Kent, a California congressman. Mr. and Mrs. Kent purchased a tract of redwoods about 17 miles north of San Francisco. This, in turn, was given to the government so that it could be preserved for all time. It was established as a national monument by proclamation of Theodore Roosevelt on January 9, 1908. The name chosen for the monument was Muir Woods, in honor of John Muir, celebrated mountaineer, naturalist, writer, and explorer. Fern banks form a living mosaic upon canyon walls. Foliage of years gone by quiets the footsteps of those who come to admire. Delicate vegetation progresses upward in an almost continuous display of green. A profound awareness of shadow and calm engulfs the visitor. Sometimes nature can provide its own moment of comedy. What looks like something out of Alice in Wonderland is a natural sculpture of what is left of a long-lost tree. One of the exhibits in the monument is a cross-section of a tree which fell before the onslaught of man. Reading from the center out, the tree had its beginnings about 900 AD. Along the way of growth, it passed through the periods of the Battle of Hastings of 1066, the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215, the discovery of the New World in 1492, and the Declaration of Independence of 1776, only to have its long, stately life brought to an abrupt end by the sharp blow of a saw in 1930. One of the mysteries of the redwoods are the numerous burrows of various sizes. Just what causes them is not known. The burrows are a cluster of buds, which can be likened to a benign tumor. The wood of a burrow is a mass of distorted wood fiber filled with little eyes, much as in bird's eye maple. Burrows are exceptionally cherished because of the beautiful designs and color effects that can be obtained when the wood is smooth and polished. They are valued highly for manufacturing souvenirs of a wide variety. Muir Woods is located at the base of Mount Tamalpais, just across the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco. A highway leads to the top of the mountain, shown here from the air, and a beautiful view of the Bay Area can be had from the top. Mount Tam, as it is affectionately called by the locals, is preserved by California as a state park. From the summit of the mountain, facing southeast here, we take in part of downtown San Francisco and the Oakland-San Francisco Bay Bridge, linking these two cities. Facing northward, range after range of the coast mountains fade away into the distance. This is redwood country, and much of the time these hills are hidden in dense fog, providing the needed moisture and climate that keeps these unique trees thriving. These berries are only one of many types of growth found along the sides of the mountain. Just a few miles from the big city, yet we could be miles from nowhere, as we find the low peaks between us and the ocean silhouetted in the last rays of the sun. The sun is gone, and only the afterglow of dusk remains for a short time. Thousands of warm, bright lights are appearing, outlining the shores of the bay, signifying the thousands of people which make up our little corner of mankind. Such a short, destructive life we have lived, and yet living so close to another species of such long, enduring life. The redwood's greatest enemy can be their greatest friend, for the life of mankind can be just beginning with so much to look forward to here on the earth, under the surface of the oceans, and outward to the stars. Or man can be the last and final enemy of these trees by becoming its own last and final enemy.